Hey guys, it's Kim from Sweet Southern Bohemian. I'm about to show you my house tour. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's get into it.
Okay, what we're looking at now is a view of my front door. I have these beautiful south-facing windows, and I've got all of my sun-loving plants, succulents over here. Over here, you'll see my Monstera Adansonii and my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I've got grow lights to supplement. Even though it's south-facing, it's got film on it, so it's not the full force of the sun. You can peek out there to see my calocasias. And over here, I like to call it my fiddle leaf fig corner with my alocasia poly hanging out. We've got the humidifiers going. And then as we move further, you'll see another humidifier and my collection of beautiful animals that came from Senegal. My sign, Love Me or Leaf. My gorgeous Byron Lars Barbie special edition. And here I am. The little tapestries that I made during the early part of quarantine. And we'll move over to the right and see my lockers. I knew I wanted to have lockers in my home, and I searched because they can be pretty expensive, but I found these at a salvage yard, and they were in very good condition. They only had a small dent that I got to beat out with my rubber mallet, and then I went to work on painting them so they'd be pretty. And they go with my aesthetic of bright colors, pink and blue being the stars of the show. And then we'll move over and we'll see this lovely midnight blue dresser that I have as more of a sideboard to hold my sound bar and to ground the gigantic television that I've got up here that I've spent more time than I care to admit watching. And over here you will see the view to my deck, which I love, and I spend time out here, but it's been really wet lately since summer is over. Let me open the curtain so you can get a better view of it. It's pretty awesome, spacious. I know my trade scantias love it out there. And we're gonna have a view. Over here is where the washer and dryer live, and I've got this screen to hide them because even though I love having washer and dryer in my home, I don't necessarily want to look at it when I'm sitting at my dining room table. And then over here you can see where I store all of the life that happens. It's where I keep one of my vacuums and my ironing board, and you can see where I keep all of my things. And that storage unit is actually taller than me, and I have bins for everything. I've got my laundry things over here, more laundry. I'm a recycler, so we've got glass jars that we've used that I use again. Being a plant mama, you can never have too many containers. And as we go up, you can see things for carpet cleaning. You can see skincare, personal like Advil, Band-Aids, and it just goes up and up and up and up. and that's where I keep those things. Because I'm sure, as you can tell, the layout of my house is not a traditional one. So there aren't any real closets other than the one closet that we'll get to a little later. And over here is my dining room. Got this little spot here where I sit and have dinner, and I look out over at my plants, or if I want to, I can swing the TV, it's on an arm, out to watch it while I eat, but I watch enough TV, so I try to have moments where I don't. And if you see that pink glow at the end of the room, those are lights for my even more plants. And then I've got these two glorious neon pothos over here. And this is my lovely kitchen. I've got my toaster and my air fryer, my cookbooks. I've got my tea over here. I've got my tea collection. A bit of a tea addict. I love to come here in the morning and pick out one of my mini tea. And over here you will see my blender. And I have candles everywhere. I love candles. And as you can see, those are the steps up to my bedroom. And I have exposed rafters because this space used to be a garage, a giant garage. I'll insert a picture so you can see what it used to look like. And here's my refrigerator. And as we round the corner, I've got storage. And I call this my wine and vine section because I like a good wine. And I've got a pretty good collection over the years. And then over here, I've got these LED grow light strips because it's kind of a dark corner. So I give my plants as much of a grow environment as I can. And plus I love pink, so I don't mind the hue. And then over here is my spin bike. I wanted a Peloton, but I did not want to part with the cash. So I have this one, and it folds. So if I don't want to look at it, I don't have to. But I set it right here because I can feel like I'm in nature while I'm working out. And you can see over here is my sitting area. Over here in the corner, you can kind of ignore that. That's a bug light because I am out here in the country and I have sometimes uninvited guests and I have to get them. They come in uninvited, they gotta go. Over here, I've got more plants. Up here, we've got pothos and a Monstera Deliciosa that I bought as a baby. And then we've got Dracaena here, snake plant, another snake plant, Moonshine. Got a stool so I can get to the plants when I need to take care of them. And as we round the corner, you can see my office. And this is where I work because I work from home. And I've got this little rug down here to try to ground a little bit of the echoey sound when I'm on calls. And behind me is where I keep all of my things, my art supplies, my sewing supplies, and it just so happens to look pretty. Turns out to be a pretty awesome Zoom background. And we are rounding the corner. I had a really cute office chair, but because I spend so much time sitting here, I had to switch to a more office-y one. Not a real big fan. It's not terrible. It's comfortable. And we get over here. We've got the obligatory printer. We've got fabric for a project I'm working on. More pretty things. Got a ZZ plant. Got my dress form. I've got my monitors. I've got my laptop and my MacBook over here. And you can see when I'm sitting down, this is my view. I have a lot of lights because it gets kind of dark and there aren't a lot of lights in here. But they don't look too good with filming, so I turned them off. And I'm showing you my view. There are the stools at the bar. And then you can see, I peek at my dining room, and here's a really good view of my sectional. Love that sectional. I knew I wanted a bold, bright sectional. I've never lived in a place on my own big enough to support a sectional. And this one, the color is the star because it's got these clean lines. It's Bobby Burke from the Fab 5 design. And then over here we've got more of my plants. We've got humidifiers. They all have their own humidifier, and they're all attached to these little power banks. Probably can't see them because I don't want cords everywhere. And I spend a lot of time just looking out at them. Very, very calming, make me happy. I started out with one table with plants, and I got another one, and then another one, and then it spilled over to the door, but I try to keep the walkway unobstructed. I try, but you know. And so now we'll do another sweeping. You can see the giant television, and I'll give you a look. You can see how high the ceilings are. It's pretty cool. Gives me New York vibes, even though I'm in the country in Georgia. All the way in the country. I'll show you a picture of the turkeys that sometimes show up out of nowhere to hang out on my front porch. Sometimes I get deer. And now we're going upstairs to my bedroom. So we go up the stairs, and here's my bedroom. More pink and blue. Over here, we've got another television. Don't judge me. And we've got more plants. Grow light. Got this beautiful coat rack, but I use her to house another neon pothos. And then as we go up, you can see I've got more plants here, and then I've got my collection of glasses. 3 years of staring at a computer. Then we've got Sadie, that one of my best friends gave me years ago, and she's traveled with me to all my homes. Plant mister. Got this cute little sign that I bought at Home Goods. Got my blessings jar that one of my girlfriends gave me, and a candle from another. And then turning over here to a painting I bought when I was in St. Martin. And now we are about to enter my closet. Let me turn the light on for you. There. My walk-in closet. We've got a lot of shoes. In my defense, it's a collection of shoes over the years. I take really good care of my things. And then I've got them in these boxes to maximize the space and to keep the dust down. Something about living out here is so dusty. And so I installed this clothing bar, let me step back a bit, up high so I could maximize all of the space in here. So we've got my scarves over here, a lot of them my mom made for me. And then I've got other scarves. And then I've got, don't judge the wrinkled tank tops. I've got my shirts, color coordinated. Then I've got my jeans, my dark pants, my long dresses. And then over here I have another high bar that holds all of my jackets and my blazers. And then over here are where my dresses are. And then down below I have bags. And then this is just a stool that I got from IKEA so I can step up if I have to. But I usually use this right here to reach up and get whatever it is I need up there. Makes it pretty simple. Put that back. And then over here is this dresser that I love. It's solid wood. It's very heavy. I bought it secondhand from this lovely couple. The gentleman made it years ago. It is gorgeous. And I got pictures up here. Got faux greenery in here because there is no light. But I love to be surrounded by greenery. And then I've got my mirror and these little plates with pictures of shoes. And then, you know, because life is different now, got a collection of masks over here because that's the thing. And then come back over to this side of the closet. And yes, the walls are pink, at least a portion of them. The bottom is white. And then I left this wall white. I initially had these 3 walls all pink, and even I knew that was too much. So we came back and fixed it. And I've got my boots and my bags. And then down there, just random things like knit caps and random hair supplies that aren't cute, that nobody wants to see. I've got this rug here, makes it a little fancy. It's good on the toes when I walk in here and decide what I'm going to wear. So now we are going to leave my closet and we are walking back into my bedroom. And I love this ledge because I got plants. I've got another Monstera Deliciosa here beside my bed. Over here we've got some oils and my scalp massager. I have to keep my scalp healthy, get dermatitis. Then a few random things. Stand for my phone, so kind of keeps me from fooling with my phone when I should be sleeping. Then here's my bed. I like a lot of pattern mixing. I've got lights dangling from the rafters to give more light, plus they also mimic sunlight, so my plants like it. Over here is another Monstera Deliciosa. Got a few frames, one's howdy, some random books, because sometimes inspiration strikes and you just gotta write down what comes to you in the middle of the night. Then roll around the corner over here to where I call my beautification station. It's where I keep my makeup, my ears from the last time I went to Disney. I've got my mirror over here. And if I turn this on, let's see if I can get this on. And there's on. Then you can see that's all lit up. So this is where I do my hair and my makeup when I wear it, because nowadays I spend a lot of time at home, work from home, so I just need to be presentable, not necessarily fancy. And then we're walking into my bathroom where I've got a picture over here. I don't know if you can see it very well. And here's bathroom. Got another picture. And I love this. It's actually a regular curtain, but I fell in love with the pattern. It matches the tile in my bathroom. We've got more faux plants, extra TP. Got this little painting, see if I can get it to focus, that I made quoting the one and only Outcast. So fresh and so clean. I had fun working on that. Sometimes when I get anxious, working on art makes me feel good. And we'll come back around to that beautiful blue tile. I'm turning on a light. Not that one. That one. Now you can see it. It's in a herringbone pattern. White grout. Got a mirror in there because girls with curly hair, you understand. We come on out. And we'll go back around one more time so you can see that beautiful shower curtain. A picture I bought online. Hey guys. And then there's this picture. Let's see if you can get a better look at it. If I can come around here. That's what she looks like. Kind of reminds me of radio waves. There. Oh, and then let me not forget to come back around and show you where I keep all of my pretty things. Got some bath bombs here, some bubble bath, some lotion, right there at the tub because I love a good soak in the tub. And then, you know, we got candles everywhere, fancy soaps. It's a whole thing. The bathroom is a very important room for me. Here's another view of my bedroom. And got just this cute little cow print stool that I bought years ago. Got my snake plants that happen to like it up here. Got these cute stools I bought online last year that just kind of add to the pattern mixing and the maximalist in me. And then here's a view from my bed. There's all the storage I showed you earlier. You can see how high it is. It goes all the way up. If I come closer, you can see here. And then I can pan down so you can see there. Quick shot of the washer and dryer. And then over here is a bookshelf. And I'll pan up and you can see more plants. And I'll get closer and you can see where I keep my jewelry. It's a picture of me in another pair of ears. And I have more jewelry. Got books from when I went to Paris. Got my DIY jewelry display over here. Some bracelets where I keep my rings. More trinkets. Down here is another DIY necklace shelf. More trinkets. Some postcards that I bought at the Louvre. Earrings. Then down here is my nail polish and my nail strip collection. Over here, just things. I've taken care of my own nails for a long time and collected quite a stash. And then I love this rug. I think the color bounces well off of all of the patterns I have going on. There's a view of the closet, but I usually keep the doors closed to the closet and the bathroom when I'm upstairs. And then over here is a section you haven't seen. This is the other side. You can see my wine and vines. And here is what I call my pantry. Get a good look at her. I bought her secondhand. She's kind of dingy. Cleaned her up, painted her. Put this cool little print from a magic eraser trip I got from Alexandra Gator. And then I've got this wallpaper here that I put up. It's temporary, rent trip friendly. And then over here are where my lights live when I film. But we've got lights, so I did not set them up. Kind of wanted to give you what it looks like in normal conditions. Now we're coming back down. You can see a view again. And here's my kitchen. I'm making tomato sauce in a little while, so you can see the tomatoes and the onion. And I've got my dish brush, my dish rack, cutting boards, water pitcher, my knives, teapot, salt, pepper, and I can look out while I'm cooking. I specifically asked to have the stove in this direction so that you can look out and see. I didn't want to cook facing the wall. And I can look out. No, there's a glare. Sorry about that. We'll just focus on my office. And a cookie jar that a friend bought me. And that's about it. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to look at my house. This is my very first video. I hope you liked it. My next video will either be something sewing related, more than likely sewing related. My life is all about cooking and sewing and home decor and wine. Maybe a combination of all 3 or 4. We'll see. But I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.